Hi! In this video, we'll provide some mock test sample answers and give you a question set so that you can practice on your own. Those will be two separate videos, but they'll be easy to find, and we wish you good luck. Are you good at telling jokes? No, I wouldn't say I'm good. But occasionally, and mostly by accident, I can have good comedic timing. To be really good at telling jokes, it takes some innate talent and lots of practice. Do your friends like to tell jokes? Of course. None of us are professional comedians, but it's only human to have a sense of humor. Most often, it's not formal, scripted jokes, but more jokes that come out naturally through conversation. Do you like to watch comedies? Certainly. When I was growing up, there were lots of great comedy movies. Nowadays, there are fewer comedy films, but even more TV comedies and stand-up comedies. Especially when I'm hoping to lighten my mood, comedy is the best way to achieve it. Have you ever watched a live comedy show? Yes, many times. Both stand-up comedy and sketch comedy are popular forms of entertainment in my country. It was challenging during the pandemic, but in a typical year, I'll go see at least 4 or 5 live shows. One incident that comes to mind of children behaving badly in public happened a few weeks ago while I was shopping at my local grocery store. It was a typical weekend afternoon, which is to say that the store was very busy with people preparing to have some fun on Saturday night. As I was strolling through, I noticed a group of 4 children, approximately 10 to 12 years old, gathered in the snack aisle. They were running around and shouting loudly and pulling bags of chips and snacks off the shelf. I was surprised to see that they also had a shopping cart of their own. Their actions were disruptive to the other shoppers. The kids were making so much noise that unless you were listening to music while shopping, there's no way you didn't hear them. For a couple minutes, I just watched the scene. Other shoppers first noticed the rowdy kids, then registered a look of disapproval, and after a few seconds, they just went back to shopping. Despite the children's disruptive behavior, it was clear that most people around were hesitant to intervene. Some shoppers had a strong reaction. They were visibly angry that these kids were allowed to roam freely in the store. Other shoppers seemed more relaxed. Maybe they were remembering what it's like to be a kid in the snack aisle. I just sat back and watched while slowly doing my shopping. The whole episode didn't last long, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But that was enough time for the group of kids to put quite a lot of items in their shopping cart. It would have been an expensive trip if they were actually buying all the items. Eventually, I saw an older woman come walking briskly towards the kids from the back of the store where there's a customer service counter. I don't know the relationship, but it was clear that she was in charge of the children. Within a few seconds, she was able to bring order where there had been chaos. I don't know exactly what she said, but almost immediately the kids were putting all the items in their cart back on the shelf. What bad behavior do children usually have? Children can exhibit a range of bad behaviors, and it can vary depending on their age, upbringing, and environment. Some common examples of bad behavior in children include temper tantrums, disobedience, lying, being disrespectful, not sharing, and not following rules or instructions. How should parents stop their children from behaving badly in public? Parents can employ various strategies to address and prevent their children from behaving badly in public. For instance, parents can establish clear expectations, provide consistent discipline, and lead by example. Since children don't know the rules of society, they need their parents to provide a model and explain how one should behave in a given situation. Kids will always get out of line, that's only natural. But in terms of discipline, it's important for parents to be consistent, as this helps children understand what is and isn't acceptable. Children learn a lot just by observing, too, so parents should always provide an example of how one should behave in public. Are parents these days stricter than those in the past? Parenting styles and approaches can vary among individuals, and it is challenging to make generalizations about whether parents these days are stricter than those in the past. Culture and social norms also play a large role in how parents treat their children. In the end, while it's an oversimplification, I'd say that parents are not as strict as they were in the past. One common example of this would be the reduction in corporal or physical punishment, which I would guess has gone down around the world over the last several decades. Whose influence on children is more important, friends or parents? The influence of both friends and parents on children is significant, but the role and impact of parents generally hold greater importance. Parents are typically the primary caregivers and the main source of guidance, values, and socialization for children. As such, they have a profound influence on children's overall development, including their behaviors, beliefs, and attitudes. They provide the foundation and framework for a child's understanding of the world and play a crucial role in shaping their moral compass, social skills, and decision-making abilities.